This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Retrovision, the right advice at the best price. Safety Compliance Global, taking care of all your safety requirements. The Ray Hotel, discover the best pub experience in Fremantle. And Eco Action, inspiring positive environmental change. Thank you all for supporting local.
Hello Australia, thank you for supporting local. We are local as well, so we really appreciate it. Episode 814 coming your way today. Let me tell you who's on. Jake and Clive Dennis will be doing a couple of medleys in the theatre. Stick around for that one. We're talking No Limits High Tea that's coming up very, very soon with the CEO Janine. Stick around for that. Mermaid Melody are in telling us about their amazing work here in Perth. Talking Health with Dr. Jenny talks to Nisha. Talking Fit with Club Fiesta and Hala and the team. And Food Bank WA are in. We're talking to Kate O'Hara today. Music with Demelza. Alexander's got entertainment. It's a big couch. Hope you can stick around. 814 starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can watch it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with friends.
Hello Australia, welcome to another episode of The Couch. Hope you can stick around for the next hour. Let's get straight into it. No Limits are an amazing charity. Janine is in, she's the CEO. We're going to talk about the high tea. Welcome to The Couch.
Thank you.
It is nice to have you here. We've got a big event coming up very soon, haven't we?
We have.
Do you want to tell us about what's happening on the 17th of August?
Absolutely. So that's actually next Sunday. It's closer than... It's coming too quick, actually. So each year we have one annual... fundraiser, which is our high tea, and we have normally just over 400 people that attend that high tea, and we have all sorts of things. We've got raffles, silent auction,
well, yes,
all sorts of things.
You've got
food.
Here raffles and prizes.
Yep.
Heartwarming stories as well, which is great. Friendship and connection is a big part of what you're trying to achieve.
Indeed.
Tell people at home. The annual high tea is an event to raise money for No Limits. Tell us about No Limits. Just recap on the work that you do in the community.
Thank you. So No Limits Perth is a not-for-profit charity, and we help people start over, basically. So we use pre-loved furniture from the community that help people to start over. We've got a food program. We've got a mobile washing program, and we've got 2 outreaches for people who are living homeless or doing it tough.
You wouldn't think, Janine, there'd be so much need for your services, but I'm looking at footage at the moment. You've got food, you've got furniture, you've got clothes. Why have we got such a big demand? And it's increased, hasn't it? Because you've been doing this for 10 years. It's increased, hasn't it? It
has increased, and it's increasing more each day. And I think it really comes down to the cost of living, the lack of available or affordable housing.
Is that what you're finding that people are telling you? Because when they come to see you in Wangara, where your office is, do they have to, obviously they come and see you and they tell you their story, their life journey, and are you finding that cost of living is what's killing people?
Yes.
Power prices, food prices, paying their insurance?
Absolutely, across the board.
And you guys are able to provide people with a little bit of a fresh start, especially furniture.
Yes.
Furniture is an amazing... need in life. It's one of those things like water and food. If you don't have a bed to sleep in, if you don't have a chair to sit in, it can be quite demoralising and very difficult as well.
Absolutely, and not just the furniture part, but the food is a huge part of what we're doing.
Do you know roughly how many customers you look after on a daily basis?
So we do our food distribution 3 times a week, and around that we're doing around 600. And then we've also got a pantry, a massive pantry. So every person actually starting over gets a food hamper. Yes.
So how do people come to you? Do they need to be referred?
We prefer referrals because that means that the person referring them has already got that relationship with them. But anybody wanting our support will hop onto our website, and it's got all the information that we need that will come through that.
And of course, give us the website because we want people to look at that again at the end. What is the website?
So the website's nolimitspperth.org.au.
Beautiful. Now let's talk about this fantastic high tea. It's really important. We can fit about 450 people. Where are we having it, and what are we going to do on the day?
Fantastic. So we're having it at the Basto Club. We have literally almost sold out. We've just got a few tables left. We've got about 3 tables left until we're completely sold out.
Now, what's the cost?
And the cost is $700 for a table if you're going to book a table of 10, or otherwise it's $75 per person.
Yep.
And that includes all your food and entertainment, door prize, all that sort of
It's fantastic.
thing.
Now, you're urging people to support, even if you can't go to the high tea. This is all the details about the high tea. Great food, great drinks, great company, and a great charity. And also, your contribution is vital. It keeps No Limits going. You guys are looking at moving premises, and I know the
Yes.
City of Wanneroo has given you land. You're still looking for someone to maybe help you build the property?
Yes, so we've had an amazing surveyor who has contacted us, and they're doing it pro bono,
Yep.
as well as somebody who's doing our architecture designs. Again,
What a
it's all
wonderful-
been done pro bono.
wonderful people here in
Just
Perth.
amazing local businesses. Yeah.
Janine, how many buildings do you currently take over? How many have you got?
We've actually got 2.
Wow. And how many do you think you're going to need? When you put those two together, do you know meterage, how big it is?
I'm not sure, but I know that the new premises will be able to comfortably fit us with
Beautiful.
both those
So you
current
can bring all your
warehouses.
services hopefully into one building, bring all
Yes.
your staff together and all your volunteers as well. Now, if people want to get involved in No Limits, the charity, No Limits Perth, can they do that? Do you need volunteers?
They can. At the moment, we're actually at capacity with volunteers, just because our warehouse isn't big enough for anymore. So you can hop online onto our website and go and look and fill in a volunteer application.
And we'd love you to support No Limit, even if you can't come to the high tea, but you want to give a donation. Perth, you're a generous people. We are generous, should I say, and we'd love you to help No Limits Perth as well. Get in touch with Janine and her fantastic staff. Now, Janine, a little bit of a background for you. You've been doing this for 10 years, haven't you?
I have.
And are you tired?
There are days that I'm exhausted. My husband often reminds me that there are limits to no limits.
Yeah. And tell me quickly why you started this. How did you get involved?
So I started No Limits Perth with 2 police officers, Belinda and Debbie.
You were arrested?
And, not at that point.
Oh, that's good.
But, we could just see the demand in the community, and we just wanted to reach out and be flexible enough to do what we needed to do.
And what would you like? I know it's a sort of a political question. What can governments do more of to help charities like yours?
I think find out more about the local charities, the grassroots charities that are not government run, to see what we're doing, how we're doing it, and how they can help us sustain
and
ourselves.
I've said this to you, and I'll say it publicly now as well. I believe charities are doing more work than government, which is great, but they need more funding. So, certainly the smaller charities that look after communities, the big ones are doing okay, but it's the smaller ones that need support, because they're doing the government's work for them, and they're doing it efficiently, very cheaply, and delivering directly to those people that need the support.
Absolutely, and the way we've got around that is working in collaboration with a lot of local businesses who help us run our outreach every couple of weeks.
Well, I wish you all the best with the high
Thank
tea on
you.
the 17th, and we'll see you again. We'll keep updating what's going on with you and anything we can do to help you. And we urge people in Perth, once again, what's the website?
Excellent. It's nolimitspperth.org.au.
There you go. Thank you very much to Janine. Of course, she is the CEO. Please support them in any way you can. Even if you miss out on the high tea, we'd love you to help. Now, somebody else that's helping in the theatre is Jake Dennis and his dad, Clive Dennis. And they've got a beautiful soul medley for us right now. Here they are.
My shattered dreams and broken heart are bending on the shelf. I saw you holding hands, standing close to someone else. Now I sit all alone, wishing all my feelings were gone. I gave my best to you. There's nothing for me to do than have one last cry before I leave it all behind. I gotta push you out of my mind one very last time. Been living lies, I guess I'm down. I guess guess I'm down. I guess I'm down to my last cry. Ooh. For all the things that we've been through, well, you should understand me like I understand you. 'Cause baby, I know the difference between right and wrong. I ain't gonna do nothing stupid to break up a happy home. Oh, don't get so excited if I come home a little late at night, 'cause we only act like children when we argue, fuss and fight. If you don't know me, but if you don't know me, you will never, never, never know me. Oh, no, you won't. If you don't know me by now, you will never, never, never know me. Oh, I wanna be a billionaire so freaking bad. I'm gonna buy all of the things I never had. I wanna be on the cover of Forbes magazine. I'm gonna be smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. Now every time I close my eyes, I see my name in shining lights. A different city every night. Oh, I swear the world better prepare for when I'm a billionaire. Yeah.
There you go. That is Jake Dennis and his dad, Clive Dennis. Wonderful. They'll be back at the end of the show unless I go overtime and then have to cuff them. But thank you very much. We're going to take a bit of a break, but can I just say to you, before we take a break, if you want to be part of the couch, we'd love you to be part of it. If you're a music actor, guest, please get on our website. It is, of course, thecouch.com.au, and we'd love you to be part of it. Write to us. Now, coming up, talking about being part of the couch, we've got the wonderful women and men from Club Fiesta and Hala leading them right after this on Talking Fit. See you then. Welcome back to the couch. It's always nice to have something different on the show. Perth's very different, and it's nice to have a WA mermaid here. Her name is Mermaid Melody, and she's part of WA Mermaids. Welcome to the couch.
Thank you so much for having me.
Nice to have you here. Now, you're the chief mermaid for this great organisation. Tell me how you started the organisation.
Well, I've been a mermaid forever. I've been doing it professionally about 8 years, but I decided I wanted to do it by myself and my partner. It was just myself and my partner who was the pirate and I was the mermaid, and it kind of just grew from there.
How popular is it here in WA? I mean, do kids love it? What's your target group?
Oh, well, kids love it. Families do. I think mermaids can be for everyone. We have some adults that love mermaids and little kids, babies. I've held a lot of babies on my tail before, but I think it's for everyone, yeah.
How do you get into it? Like, how do you become this persona? I mean, I know you must live and sleep mermaids all your life, but tell me about the shows that you do.
Yeah, well, we create little Mersona. We call it Mersona, is what it is.
Mersona?
Mersona.
That's
Lots of
nice.
us have a different name to what it is. We dress differently. We have different coloured tails. And we do a lot of different shows. We can do shows on the land. We can do shows under the water. We have a big 12-metre tank that we're partnered with.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we can swim underwater in public areas, which is some of the best ones, yeah. The kids get so excited about it.
Tell everybody at home, through camera 2 here, what's it like to be a mermaid? Why are mermaids so special?
Mermaids are so special because I think they're one of the most magical experiences you can see, particularly when they're swimming. Seeing a mermaid swim, I mean, our tails are so sparkly and colourful, and it's just mesmerising to watch them. And it makes you feel like a kid again. Seeing a mermaid, I mean, I feel magical all the time, and I hope everyone feels magical as well when we're performing.
And I assume children absolutely adore you guys, and you've got 10. Tell me about your team.
Yeah, so we have about 10 mermaids at the moment, and we have about 30 odd other characters as well. They're all amazing. I'm pretty strict with who I let be a mermaid and who I train up to be a mermaid, because I think it takes a particular person to become
What sort
a
of
mermaid.
person? I mean, I know you recruit people to be the
Yeah.
perfect mermaid or mermaid person, but how do you recruit? What do you look for? What do they need to have?
There are lots of qualities. I look for someone who is friendly, enjoys working with kids, has that magic within. I think someone that really enjoys being a character and sharing that magic with other people. I do like them to be able to sing. Swimming is a big one. You've got to be a strong swimmer to be a mermaid, of course.
Yep.
And yeah, just having that right energy to be a team player.
And
fit
do we
in.
have a lot of these people with those qualities in WA?
I think we do. Sometimes they're hard to find,
Yep.
and I think some people aren't quite aware of what goes into being a mermaid sometimes. So I think it's a very small group, but we're slowly finding more and more, and they're all wonderful.
So I guess if you don't like the water and you can't swim, don't apply for the job. You guys do a lot of shows around Perth. How can they get in touch with you, and what sort of shows do you provide?
You can get in touch with us on our website, wamermaids.com.au, and we do all sorts of shows. We do mermaid shows, which is our main thing,
Yep.
but we do other characters as well, and bespoke events, and anything creative where we can create an enchanting experience in Perth. That's what I love to do, and I love thinking outside the box and just going above to create something truly special.
Now, you've also got some merchandise. I've got a book
do.
in front of me. Tell me about
Yes.
this wonderful book that we've got.
Yeah, I've just recently published, this is my very first children's picture book. It's called The Mermaid and the Cat, and it is about myself as a mermaid, Mermaid
Yep.
Melody, and the first time I met a cat.
Fantastic. And how can people get the book?
On my website, on wamermaids.com.au, and also Amazon.
Now, are you guys working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the whole year, or do you close down for a certain part of the year?
Mermaids take a break from the water during April to November, but during that time we can still come on the land. We still do parties and events. We're just sitting on a couch or a throne.
And there's men out there saying, I think I could do that. You've got some males on.
Oh, we
what
do,
do you
mermen.
call mermen?
Mermen.
And how many men have you got as part of the team?
We have one main merman,
Yep.
Merman Miles, and he is incredible. And we have some other mermen in training coming
Fantastic.
up.
So if you're a male out there and you're interested,
Come be a
hey,
merman. It's
come be a
magical.
bit.
Yeah.
And what about kids? Do you have any junior mermaids? Is that what you call them?
No,
Kid
junior,
mermaids?
little guppies maybe.
Guppies, yeah.
No, we don't have any junior mermaids just yet, but we always love swimming with little mermaids and fishies in the ocean. Sometimes kids will bring their own little tails to parties, and we can swim with them that way.
So I'm assuming you guys travel to wherever your event is.
Yeah.
But do you have a base where people can come and see you on a regular basis?
Not on a regular basis.
Not
we do
yet.
travel. Not yet.
I'm
One
thinking
day.
Aqua.
Yeah,
Aqua would
yeah.
be a fantastic venue for you guys to be at and
Yeah,
work at, which is
absolutely.
wonderful as well. Now, if people want more information and be part of your team or maybe support you by buying some of the books, where do they go?
At wamermaids.com.au, and you can also talk to me on my Instagram on Mermaid Melody AU.
Thank you very much. That is, of course, a fantastic organisation. Please support them, wamermaids.com.au, as you said. The book is out there as well. Is it a very hard job being a mermaid?
It's a very hard job, but it's rewarding. It's the
I'm
best
happy
job
to apply.
ever.
Thank you very much. That is, of course, Mermaid Melody on the couch today. Time for some more physical action in the theatre. We've got Hala and the Club Fiesta team waiting for us. Over to you, Hala.
Thank you, Fred. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our Talking Fit segment. My name is Hala, and I'm from Club Fiesta. I've got my team with me today. I've got Taylor, I've got Debs, I've got Christine, and I've got Amanda with me today. We're so happy and excited to be back, guys. I hope you guys are going to join us at home for a 3-minute mashup of Club Fiesta dance, fitness, exercise program. Simple, designed for everyone. Even if you think you're uncoordinated, you can do Club Fiesta. I promise you that. And if you want to check out our classes, you can head to our website, clubfiesta.com.au. Do not forget, we've got classes, we've got everything else, even if you want to become an instructor in your area, because Club Fiesta is booming. Are you ready to get warm with us? All right, let's go make sure there's room around you, and let's dance. Music. All right, little step touch. Here we go. Let's pretend it's Friday. Oh yes, let's go. Whoop whoop. Alright, we're gonna do a step slide right there. Step and slide. Step and feel the music. Oh yes. It's been too long since we've been here. So good. We're gonna step side to side. Let's go. Reach, and then you go boom. Pull it. One more. We're gonna do Beyonce bounce. Check this out. One, up, down, and wind your hips. Yes. Again. It is the weekend. Yes. One more. Alright, shoulders in the house. Let's go. And double. 1, 1, 2. You. Step with shoulders side to side. Just groove. Wherever you are. That's it. Side to side. Up. You. One more. Side to side step. Oh yes. You're gonna come forward. Boom. Take it back. Show me those hips. Beautiful. Come again. Walk like you're on the room. That's it. We're gonna reach side to side. Salsa. Cha cha cha. Pull it down. Beautiful. We're gonna reach side to side. Ready? Head and heart. You. To the side. Hey. Reach again. Alright, shoulders in the house. 4. And wind. Boom. Again. Whoop. One more. We can do one more. Come forward. Let's go. Woo. Looking good. On the road to happiness. That's what Club Fiesta is about. Pure happiness and joy. Anywhere, anytime. You ready to pick it up? Let's go. Oh yes. You. Ready? Hey. Woo. Shoulders. Whoop, whoop. Again. Last 2. One more. And then just do a little step touch side to side. Boom. Snap it. Oh, snap. Take a deep breath. Pull it down. Well done. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Well done, team. Well done, girls. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you want to know about more classes, any questions, any feedback, check out clubfiesta.com.au. Back to you, Fred.
Thank you very much, Hala and the girls. We'll see them again next week. They're a great team. Please support them as well. Somebody else that's a great team is our own Nisha with Dr. Jenny talking about healthy ageing today, which covers pretty much all of us. Over to you, Nisha.
Excellent. Thank you, Fred. Straight after that routine as well, I think it's a great segue. Welcome back to the couch, Dr. Jenny.
Good to be with you, Nisha.
You've been very busy lately. New grandma.
New grandma and enjoying every second of it. Just wonderful.
Beautiful. And today we're talking about a very interesting topic, healthy ageing.
Healthy ageing, yeah. I think we've got ageing wrong at the moment. So I think we need to set the record straight. But I do have a question for you. And I'm not going to ask how old you are, but how long do you think you've got left?
How long do I think I have left?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. I hope a very long time, maybe about 80 years.
Okay. Okay.
Laughing.
Right.
Well,
yeah.
I like to think, that I mentioned to you earlier when we were talking about this, that there's a difference between our chronological age and our biological age.
Absolutely.
Based on lifestyle factors. So I like to think that I do a lot of healthy things to keep my biological age on the lower end.
Okay. Because we can't change how old we actually are, can we?
No, we can't. No.
Yeah. And yet, I think society has placed this unrealistic expectation on us that we've got to continue to look younger than we actually are as we get older. So the amount of money that gets spent on all these longevity hacks, as well as the cosmeceuticals and injections and face fillers and goodness knows what else, I'm thinking, well, yeah, shouldn't we be celebrating our age and looking for ways to ensure that no matter how much time we have left on this planet, because nobody knows.
Yes.
Nobody knows.
Yes.
To ensure that we're living life to the fullest. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm all about.
I hear you. So it's a much more proactive and, I guess, positive perspective.
Sure.
Hence healthy aging, as
Sure.
opposed to how do I stay looking like I'm 20 but I'm, 40 kind
Yes.
of concept. Which
And we've
is
probably
hard.
all seen those people who've tried to look younger and it hasn't worked, and they look a bit odd.
Yes, yes.
Which is sad.
Well, and I
feel very
think
sad about it.
psychologically as well, right? I'm going to bring that bend in being a psychologist, but healthily aging and moving through life's important, isn't it?
It is.
You hit
It
key
is.
milestones
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
acceptance is a big part
Yeah.
of that as well.
Yeah. So I'm going to encourage everybody to celebrate their actual age and embrace it. So if you're 45, tell people, I am 45, and not be ashamed of it. Or if you're 60, or if you're 92, like me. No, I'm not 90. But I think we are living longer lives. And I think an expectation comes with that. Because if you're going to live longer, that's one thing. But the big thing to be asking ourselves is, how do I ensure I live healthily as I live longer? And that's the difference.
So your lifespan is getting longer.
Yes.
And if we talk about like your health span,
Yes.
what are some things we can do to kind of create a baseline and think positively forward?
Okay, just to go over a couple of the numbers.
Sure, good.
The average life expectancy for an Australian is currently about 83 years. Men, sorry guys, but you only get to 81 and a bit normally, but some live longer obviously. And for women, 85 plus a bit. I mean, we know people in their 90s and 100s and whatever, but that's average.
Yeah.
Health span is the number of years you live healthily. And for men, that's 9.7 years less than your lifespan. And for
Interesting.
women, it's 11 and a half years less than your lifespan. That is the gap we need to fill urgently.
Wow.
Because I don't know how long I'm going to live. I don't know at all. But I want to ensure that my health is maintained.
Yes, quality of life.
It's quality
Yes,
of life that
yeah.
counts.
Yeah.
And the big thing that we have to deal with is really to get real about chronic disease, because that's what kills us. We die of heart disease, cancers, lung disease, all these other things. But it's the things that we choose to do when we're in our 40s and 50s that make the biggest difference to how well we age, how healthily
Yes,
we age.
yes.
And it's never too late to start. You're never too young to start either.
I
So-
like how you looked at me and said too young.
Of course, Nisha, of course. So it's all those things we know about, eat, move, sleep, manage stress, get out into nature, all these things. But we've got to be serious and just get on with it and embrace every single day as if it could potentially be our last, because we just don't know.
So am I hearing like the key to the city here is consistency as well? So if
It's
you
consistency.
develop a healthy routine,
Healthy
you
routine.
need to keep doing that in your
Yeah.
20s, 30s, 40s, never too young.
Never too old. So the one thing is mindset. Embrace your age. Enjoy being the age you are and do those things that enable you to do the things that make you happy. And if you're doing that, it doesn't matter whether it's an exercise or a skill that you're learning or anything. If it's fun and you're enjoying it, that's what counts.
That's wonderful. And look, Dr. Jenny really knows what she's talking about here. You've written several publications and books, and one of them's Brain Fit, and then most recently in that nature space and talking about environment and impact. I mean, what's next for you? Like, there's so much that you're doing.
Well, I'm actually fascinated by the aging process. So I think the next book might have to address that. What do you think?
I think absolutely. I think it's really needed. Like you said, that gap, we need to really minimise that and
Yeah.
get people being proactive.
Yes,
Absolutely.
indeed.
Beautiful. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of our audience out there thinking, how do I find out more about Dr. Jenny? Where can they go to get information?
Easiest way to find me is online on my website, which is simply drjennybrockis.com.
Excellent. Well, do not forget Dr. Jenny Brockis, because she's an amazing lady and healthy ageing is so important for all of us. We're all ageing, right? So if you missed any of that, go to thecouch.com.au or our Facebook page. But for now, it's back to another healthy ager, Fred.
Thank you very much, Nisha. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm only 26. But can we get the wheelchair and walking frame into Studio 3 here for Nisha and Dr. Jenny? 93. Gee, you're looking good. Nisha, you didn't tell us your age, but hey, always learn from
Best
Dr.
kept
Jenny.
secret.
We'll take a break. More of The Couch coming up. We're talking Food Bank WA after the break. IPL Radio do an amazing job here in Western Australia. They've been helping people with mental health issues and more in the last few years. We've been very good friends with them. Today we've got the youngest radio announcer on IPL Radio and his mum as well, who's co-host, but I think he's the boss. And talking to them is my boss, Nisha. Over to you.
Wonderful. I've never heard that articulated so well. It's so cool. Yes, the youngest and very articulate radio host here, joining me on the couch. Toby, welcome.
Welcome. Oh, I did it again.
It's okay. It's okay. It's the fun of the show. It's the fun of the show. And Amy, his mum, welcome.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. Now, IPL Radio, just as Fred said, provides such great opportunities in many different content spaces. But for you guys, you have a couple of shows on there. Tell us about that. You've got two shows.
Two segments.
Yeah, two segments.
Yeah,
Yeah, segment shows.
So, we do 2 regular segments each week, and they are
Let's Learn Italian and Dad Jokes.
Dad jokes. Wow, so you've probably got a bit of the audience interested already.
Yeah.
But before we get started talking more around those shows in more detail, something that's really unique, and it's really important how we educate, our young now, is you're homeschooled. And that's one of the interests, is coming into radio to, I guess, follow your passion as well.
Yeah.
So what's it been like being a radio host and getting out?
It's big. It's a big part of my homeschooling. It's a big part of. It's really enjoyable, especially because I really enjoy music. So once I get into more music, I write my music, because I've already started writing music. I've just got to get it actually done. So once I get it actually done, I can actually play my music on the radio station.
Fantastic.
And then
musician and host.
I can be paying myself, so it's kind of funny.
Well, I think it's very smart. You've really thought this through. You've got a very smart son, Amy. Now, homeschooling, that's a huge endeavour, and there's many pros to it. Can you tell us a little bit about homeschooling, what's involved?
Yeah, so we need to meet with the Education Department annually. So we still have to meet all the criteria that schools do, align it with the school curriculum. But because I'm the teacher, I get to deliver my lessons how I choose. And so we do a very interest-led learning style. And so, that's been our journey for the past 4.5 years so far.
Almost 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, and what's your experience been like being homeschooled?
It's really enjoyable. I get to play a lot more, obviously. And then it's very relaxed and just really enjoyable.
Do you think it's easier to learn when it's based on what you're interested in or your style of learning?
I personally think it really helps me, especially the way that my mind works, because I was in year 2, year 3, and I was doing year 8 stuff.
Wow, so you've been able to progress very quickly. Yeah, excellent. And for you, Amy, being at home, it's a big uptake for a parent to homeschool. What does that look like for you? A lot of planning, a lot of preparation?
With interest-led, not a whole lot, because I work backwards. I probably spend late nights kind of working out how what we've done aligns with the curriculum, and then we kind of go with the flow. But because I have a background in education, it's just come very naturally for me.
That was on my mind. What are your qualifications? Because it might be hard for some parents to do this.
Yeah. So it's only in early childhood education. I was studying teaching. But it was in teaching that I decided that I didn't like the large class sizes, and that I would be homeschooling my future children because I didn't like large class sizes.
Okay, very passionate.
I find it really funny that, I find it fun that also that I'm homeschooled, meaning that I get the time to hang out with my mum and my sister, and I'm getting to learn about her past and what she's learnt.
Oh, that's so sweet, Toby. That's really nice. He's going to be such a nice young man, isn't he? Yeah, excellent.
And I enjoy learning with him and his interests. There's so many things that I would never have dreamed, like the wildest dreams would not have taken us on the journey that we've gone on. It's exciting and no day's the same, and it's an amazing adventure.
Brilliant. So now we culminate into IPL Radio. So tell us about the shows, the opportunities, and what are you doing on IPL?
Yeah, so I use it as a teaching tool. So we do a regular segment, a weekly show, and we look at a topic that we have covered throughout the week, and we talk about it on live radio.
Excellent.
So it's it's kind of cementing what he has learnt, and then broadcasting it live on air, and then coupling it with our LOTE, which is our Come Learn Italian with Us, and some dad jokes to make it a little bit lighthearted.
Yeah, a little bit more lighthearted. So it's if it's a heavy topic, it's Parliament or something like that, for example.
Philosophy.
Yeah, anything that's a little bit heavy is a little bit more lighthearted because we're learning about funner things.
And where do you get your jokes from? Do you listen to Fred sometimes?
I get them from websites. So I get them from websites, write them down, and because it's on a radio station, they can't see me. so I can just go and read it.
That's so cute. It was wonderful. So this way of learning is much more creative, I can see. And meeting Toby, very articulate, very confident, and I think that's really important. You've obviously provided some very specialised, care. And what are you looking forward to in the next 6 months or so? I think you're going to take over the station we were talking about before.
You're already in the hot seat, pressing all the buttons.
Yeah, and typing everything up and drag and dropping and
very good. There you go,
done.
Fred. If you need a little assistant at 6PR as well. Look, it's wonderful having you guys on the show, and you also there's an article in the latest Inspiring Passionate Lives, and we may or may not be able to see this really, really nice bright cover here. There's a nice article in here about you guys as well. So where do people go to get their hands on this, or perhaps find out more about IPL Radio?
So you can head to the website or our socials, and that's IPL Radio, and then contact the station manager to get your hands on a magazine.
Fantastic. Thank you both for joining us. We'll look forward to... I can just see you as either a TV host or a radio host in the future, amongst other things. So keep going. Well done. Thank you for coming in, Amy.
Thank you.
Now, if you've missed any of that, you can go to iplradio.org.au, our Facebook page at The Couch, and we'll have more information. But definitely make contact with IPL Radio. Fantastic opportunities there for you. But for now, it's back to you, Fred.
Thank you, Nisha. Thank you to Toby. Toby, can you tell everyone, look this way for a minute, in that camera there, can you tell everybody how old you are?
I am 9 turning 10 in a
few weeks.
I don't know if you'll have a big future in radio. I tell you what.
Oh, you
9 years old. Well done. Keep up the great job at IPL. Of course, Inspire Community Services, you would have seen the website there. They do an amazing job, and we love promoting local fantastic charities that do such great work in the community. Please support them as well, financially if you can. We'll take a break. More of this great show coming up right after this. See you then.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram and YouTube.
We're
Hello and welcome to another Bitch, and let me introduce our bitches for today. Chris Moyer, as always. We've also got Jen Merrigan back from Have a Go News, and Chris Ilsley, broadcaster, presenter, and much more. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.
Now, Chris Moyer, you're a customer service expert. You run your business on this. What are the stories we're talking about today? Go through one at a time.
Spend my life looking at customer service stories, and it's hard not to ignore these when that's simply what the media likes to latch onto. So let's have a look around. Now, this one that came through in the last few weeks is actual proof. Get ready for it. Proof that Australia Post is lazy. Someone has found proof.
Wow, shock horror.
But they've got proof. Ready? So let's talk about what happened. So there was a guy who left a handwritten note on his front door saying, I'm going to be upstairs or something, I'm hard of hearing, please knock and I'll come down to get the parcel, because he was expecting a parcel. And sure enough, he left a note on the front door, and he still got a sorry, we missed you. You weren't at the property, come and collect the parcel from the collection centre.
Do you know
what that means,
a few days?
That tells me that not only didn't he knock, didn't even bother looking, he just went in, dumped the parcel and took off.
Well, and so let's just, before we open it up, the interesting thing is that they did a bit of research, and they said that there's a rule apparently that every Australia Post delivery person must knock 3 times and wait for 30 seconds.
Do we play Live Mason to him?
Does not happen.
Can I tell you, mine does knock 3 times. They throw the parcel against the door 3 times. So at my house, you've got a different group of people that deliver with the crooked Australia Post sign on the magnets thing. They throw it against the door, and you hear boom, and you go, oh, what's happening? Terrorist attack. And then you open the front door and your parcels are there. So they don't even knock.
Too bad if it was fragile.
This is why I do not do online shopping. I do not like the whole delivery process.
You get more than what you bargained for.
I do not like the whole people coming to your house. I do not like...
That's why I don't like private selling. I don't like the idea of people coming.
I just don't like the whole online thing. I like to go and see it, look at it. I will avoid online as much as possible.
But who hasn't had experience? Have any of you had experience with Australia Post, the new Australia Post?
Yes.
They outsourced everything, you see.
Everything's outsourced. So we used to, if we did have something being delivered, I always got it delivered to the office because they never used to deliver on the weekends.
Correct.
And
apparently
you were there during the day.
and you're there during the day. And apparently now they do deliver on the weekends. So we've had a couple of things that have come to the office on the weekends when obviously we're closed, and they throw it over the back gate and leave it in the car park.
Crazy?
Yeah.
I actually see them on the camera, going past my camera, looking for a meter box to put like a box in there. But what gets me is that 1, they don't knock on the door. 2, they quickly dump and run, and 3, they don't care if it's an iPad, they don't care if it's a laptop, they don't care if it's a refrigerator. They don't get a signature anymore.
So we're talking laziness, but then once he posted this, someone else chimed in. I don't know if you saw this one, and someone else added a comment and said this particular person had someone who couldn't deliver an item because the driveway was blocked.
Oh, yeah.
So the postal worker managed to cross the driveway where all the stuff was, get to the front door to leave a note saying, sorry, I couldn't deliver it because the driveway was blocked. So literally walk past the blocked driveway to let them know that the driveway was blocked.
Was he delivering a fridge? I mean, if he's delivering a fridge, fair. But if he's delivering a package, why didn't he carry the package?
Carry it too as well, exactly. Laziness.
So we all agree that maybe there is some laziness in the methods of
the other thing I want to point out here, thank you for bringing that up. That's irrelevant. Australia Post are still responsible.
Yeah, correct.
Exactly. And one of the interesting things is I actually know that Australia, and I know this, I don't know this for a fact, but I did receive an email from them a few months ago. Get this. So Australia Post delivered my, at the time, 4-month-old son's passport. So my son's, was 4 months. And then my son, because it was addressed to him, got an email which came to my address, and it said, based on your experience, this is to a 4-month-old, based on your experience, how likely are you to recommend Australia Post to a friend, 0 to 10? Now, apart from the fact that my little Sebastian can't recommend Australia Post, the question is, we asked for a passport, we got it delivered. Now, you'd say that that's 10 out of 10, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But Would I recommend, like, would I come and sit on the couch today and say, hey, by the way, team, I've got a passport delivered.
Yep.
I recommend them.
No,
I mean,
of course
do
not.
we recommend Australia Post?
They're almost like
Why do
doing-
they want recommendations?
When I went and bought stamps the other day, and they're now $1.70.
Would you recommend Australia Post for stamps?
No.
Considering there's not much mail anymore, and look, I still think we need to keep Australia Post being there, but as a full 100% government-owned, Australian-owned, public-managed organisation. We need to not sell it off. We need
You
to
do
make
realise
sure
that
they do their
90%
job.
of Australia Post's problems are caused by the fact that it's just a giant bureaucracy.
We just hope that the viewers watching this today can at least, see that they have to knock 3 times. They've got to wait.
Correct.
I wonder how often it does happen.
You know what I reckon the true story is? They have X number of parcels that they have to
At a
deliver in
certain
Y
time.
amount of time.
It all is.
And come hell or high water, that's what they're going to do. And if that
Absolutely.
means throw and run, that's
Absolutely.
exactly what's going to happen.
And they do.
When I was a kid, they used to have the diesel motorbikes, so you hear them come. But now, because they've got those electric ride-on,
Lawnmowers.
they're all like
the
motorbikes.
the
You actually
motorbikes
don't
were
hear
petrol,
them.
not diesel.
Petrol. But you'd hear the motor. You'd hear the brrr, when the postie would come. And as kids, we would run out to
When
see
I
them.
was a kid, the postie was on a push bike.
Yeah.
So like it was back in your day then now,
Yes.
there's no noise. There's no
So
noise.
Oh, no, you knew when the postie was coming because all the neighbourhood dogs were
Let's
going,
leave this
"Wah,
one.
wah,
We
wah,
all
wah."
agree Australia Post has got some lazy systems, but we love Australia Post and we want them to
We do.
stay there as a full government service and go back to getting rid of outsourced stuff. Do it yourself. What's the next story?
Well, let's go from another giant like Australia Post to another big giant known as Bunnings. And a customer has put it out there that they want Bunnings to reconsider or rethink their dog policy. They had an incident while they were shopping. A docile dog sort of became violent and lunged at a customer.
In the actual Bunnings store.
Within the Bunnings store, yeah. It was a Staffordshire Bull Terrier or Pit Bull.
The lady said it caused her to
jump. Yes, so it caused her to jump.
Which means she probably saw the dog, didn't realise it was there and jumped.
So because of this, Bunnings let them take small controlled dogs into the store. Now, I want to disclose, I don't have a pet at the moment, but I want to say that apparently some people, it's sort of their rite of passage on a Sunday or a Saturday. They go to Bunnings for their snag, they buy their stuff and they take the dog with them instead of leaving it in the hot car.
Or leaving it at home in the backyard like we used to do with our pets.
Yeah, but
like normal people.
Like that's what,
You do,
And I know you're
you
gonna
do
get
realise, having spent 2 years in Melbourne, I learnt one thing. Perth is really anal about pets and dogs.
Yep. No, absolutely.
They're much more chilled out about it in
we're
Melbourne. People
protective
take their
over
dogs
here.
everywhere.
So what happened with Bunnings? What did they end up doing? Did they change their policy? Or
No, they're being pushed to reconsider the policy to allow
All right.
pets
Well,
into the
let's
store.
ask Jen. What do you think?
I do not like dogs in Bunnings. I do not like dogs in cafes.
Or aeroplanes?
You're going to love the next topic.
I know
after
about
this.
the aeroplane. I do know
I
about
think
the aeroplane.
dogs and cats and animals have a place in people's lives. It's a personal
Absolutely,
place. But it's
and
personal.
that's fine. But most people, a lot of people, do not control their animals well. And there's a classic
Yeah, but that's
example.
a separate issue.
But you
isn't it?
shouldn't have to be confronted by animals if you've got
And I
allergies.
I've got a daughter who has serious allergies towards cats and dogs, so we don't have a pet anymore.
What about you, Chris?
I don't have a problem with it. But what I do have a problem is when people don't have control over their pets. I mean, we talk about licensing dogs and cats. I would never
they have to be
license
on a
dogs and
lease?
cats. I'd actually license people to be pet owners.
Yeah, well, it's a bit like being parents as well.
Interesting.
If we had to license some people to be parents, they'd never be parents.
But it's important also to say that, if we look at something where pets have become almost normally welcome is cafes. And there's a lot of pet-friendly cafes.
Dog-friendly.
And a lot of cafes even have the bowl out the front
Yes.
for water, obviously on hot days.
I can't
So
eat
dogs
places
in
like
cafes,
that.
I mean, you kind of go, well, if that's sort of become the norm, is Bunnings... Is it bad to have them at Bunnings?
We'll have to buy them a sausage.
As I said, when you look at WA, it's way behind in this area. You used to go. I'll give you an example. I'd go to Chemist Warehouse in Melbourne, and people would have their dogs there.
Yeah, it's different.
The apartment building I lived in. every day I rode the lift with dogs.
Yeah, it's a different world. I guess a bigger state, and they've got enough problems over there.
But it's
in
interesting from
Melbourne.
the customer experience. Do you actually think that it's going to annoy more customers that will be told no, or will be happier for customers knowing that there won't be dogs in there?
My personal belief is animals should stay at home. I think when you go to a business, whether it's a cat, a dog, a rabbit, it doesn't matter. They're your personal pet and you love them as part of your family. But you shouldn't throw them onto other people to love them as well. But I also believe that when it comes to pets, we've become too willing. I mean, I went to Lombok in Indonesia, and we went to a massage place, and then there was a little cafe next door to it. And right next door to the cafe was a pet cafe. And I'm sorry, when I went to Indonesia, I thought, oh no, I would never eat there because you wouldn't know what you're eating. And to me, I just find that animals...
Were you worried you might have been eating the dog?
Well, I didn't want to get that
Satay
close
Anjing?
to being a pet lover. Yeah, well, my whole thing is... I love pets for people, but I think they need to be kept in their place. But let's get straight on to it, because you're talking about virgin.
Well, yeah, but I do have to say, though, that my 3 boys, I'm still not game enough to take them to Bunnings myself yet either. So people were very happy to take their dogs to Bunnings, but I'm not even ready to take my kids.
But your kids won't bite.
Well, there are plenty
they won't bite, but
there are plenty of kids that
You've
might
got a
demolish the
conscience.
average Bunnings store.
You've got a conscience.
So
I do remember a young child. It's actually in a supermarket, and there was this dear, sweet old lady, and seriously, she could have been your mother or your grandmother. Butter would not have melted in her mouth, and this kid was just tearing the joint apart. And this dear, sweet old lady said to his mother, "It's all right, dear. You can kill him. I'm sure the judge will understand."
Well, there you go.
So,
will we understand what Virgin's
yes,
up to? 'Cause I don't know what
so
they're
while
doing.
Bunnings is being criticised for allowing pets, Virgin Australia has just received the green light this week they're rolling out this plan to allow pets into the cabin. So they're on track to launch this by the end of this year. They've just got one last regulatory loophole, so they're jumping through them. They're trying to push this across the line. It's not a game. It's something that they're very
they're
focused
limited
on.
in size, though.
But they just need to get a tick of approval from Food Standards Australia and New Zealand, so that they can carry, Chris, as you've said, small animals in the cabin, inside the cabin.
And they're in a designated rows as well.
Yeah, and under
so
the seat.
there are only a couple of rows in the plane. And this has been talked about for about a year and a half,
Correct.
2 years.
And they allow it in the United States,
yeah,
don't
they do.
Jen?
And I think they allow it in some places in Europe
probably
as
Europe
well.
too, yeah.
Is there
I
an
mean,
extra
I've been to
charge?
restaurants in Europe where they let dogs into the restaurants.
Because Virgin is an American airline, nothing to do with Australia, nothing owned from Virgin in Australia. They used to be Chinese owned, now they're American. So I don't particularly fly Virgin, I'll be honest with you. I'll only ever fly Jetstar or Qantas because they're Australian owned. But I get people love Virgin, but they obviously are charging people to take their pets. I wouldn't imagine they'd do it.
There'd be a
Well,
charge.
there'd be a charge, of course. Yeah, that's right.
Is this a commercial
and,
arrangement?
you know, years ago I had dogs, and I used to live in Melbourne, and I'd fly backwards and forwards to see mum and dad here, and I'd bring my dogs with me, but they went in the hold.
No.
And I think there's a
Did
lot.
they
I've got a
travel
lot
okay?
of young
Yeah, they're fine.
people my age. I've got a lot of friends who can't travel because they have pets. They always say, we've got to find a dog sitter, or even going
expensive.
down south.
It's expensive.
Taking pets becomes almost like an encumbrance, right? So I think that there's enough passengers that would want this. But what I can't get over, and again, I travel. We went to Singapore earlier this year with 3 boys, and I'm worried. I know kids can cry on a flight, and I'm worried as a parent. We see stories that go viral about satanic kids that scream an entire 12 to 15 hour flight.
Interesting.
Do we think it's going to be good then too? So we already wonder. I hope I'm not seated next to a kid.
And the
I
smell.
hope there are kids that aren't kicking my seat. But now we have to add pets into this.
You've got the smell. You've got the unfortunately they do poo on the floor. They wee all over.
Yeah.
the place.
There'd have to be some requirement that they would
have to wear a
they
nappy.
would need to be toilet trained or wear some sort of nappy.
Again, I get Virgin's doing it. I'm so glad that Qantas, the Australian airline, and Jetstar, their affiliate, Australian airline, said no. We're not.
Have they
doing
said
it.
no?
And,
Well, yeah.
and it's only going to be on short flights
Shorter
to
flights.
start off with. So it'll probably only be between Sydney and Melbourne, maybe Sydney and Canberra. I doubt you'll get it on a flight between Perth and
Sydney. I agree.
Sydney
And I
or
clarify for those
Canberra.
people who are able to fly Virgin with their pets, good on you. I hope it works for you. Not against it, just I don't want to be on a plane. I'll fly Qantas. because at least we can fly a different airline if we have to. But what's the last story?
Last one, and sort of two that hit us at the end actually. The CommBank this week have gone out and replaced, they're cutting 45 jobs in their call centres because they're rolling out an artificial intelligence, an AI chatbot to deal with customer inquiries. Now, by the way, just to add, this is on the back of a week where they are the only bank refusing to refund some of their customers. I should say that as well. Some banks have overcharged, and they just haven't yet said we're going to, what you signed apparently is what we've delivered, so we're not going to refund you. So having known that as well,
I think the ACCC will ultimately have a say
to that. But back to the job cuts, it is interesting on the back of that story, I should say, that is customer service important to them? And I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying, how does it look when you sack 45
Customer
staff?
service isn't important to them. What they're doing is you've got a bunch of bean counters who are sitting there and saying, what are we going to do and how can we do it as cheaply as possible? Right?
Yep.
And one of the reasons that happens in this country is because we have that stupid 4 pillars policy, which means the existing big 4 banks are always going to be there. And I'll tell you right now, they don't give a rat's about customer service.
Absolutely
They don't care.
No.
And the other thing about AI is it's the way of the future. And it's going to replace a lot of jobs, including a lot of white-collar jobs. Now, jobs that you would traditionally have thought, no matter what happens, they're not going to be lost to technology. AI is a complete rule changer.
I tell you what's been amazing, and I've just moved to Macquarie Bank for the last 5 years, but I've also got a new bank called AMP Go. They're digital banks. They're still owned by the big banks, but there's very little fuss. You get 4.5% interest on AMP Go. You get no international fees whatsoever at ATMs or conversion fees. And for me, why don't they just make every single bank a digital bank?
That's where they're going to be.
But they are.
Eventually.
But that doesn't suit everybody.
I get that.
It's a process of evolution, not revolution. But that's where they're going. In the future, there will not be bank branches. They won't exist.
Well, look at Bankwest. They've got rid of all their branches.
They have, that's right. But what is going to be interesting is I want everyone to imagine what was it like on times when you've been trying to contact the bank and you are, driving your head against the brick wall because the person on the end of the phone doesn't get you. What would it be and what would it mean to a lot of people now if the chat bots could recognise empathy, frustration better than a human being could?
Let me tell you, when Medicare did that, this chat thing's been around for years. It used to be called something else. So you'd ring up Medicare and say, hello, welcome to Medicare. What's your inquiry about? Or Centrelink does it now. So you say, unemployment benefit. Are you wanting a benefit? And you'd say, no, unemployment you mean, let me try that again. And you could be there for half an hour.
Navigating.
And then at the end they say, I'm sorry, I'm not able to help you. I'll put you on hold and get a human or an operator to answer. So you could have wasted 25 minutes and then gone to a human.
Do you know what? I just had a thought. Maybe the chatbot is to replace the Muzak. So instead of listening to the music and driving you mad for 45 minutes, you just try and talk to a chatbot for 45 minutes, and time flies. Maybe.
Look, Hungry Jacks have tried it and it's failed.
We talked about that.
Commonwealth Bank will try it, and the thing is, like Jen actually hit the nail right on the head. It's not for everybody, but those banks out there, the big banks, don't care, because if 30% of those people are happy with that type of service, remember that the young people never go to a branch. I can tell you now.
And they're growing up with this sort of stuff.
They do it all
so
online.
it will be normal to them. So we can look at something and say, I'm not really into this, because we have a reference point from the past. Young people, you take a 25-year-old, they're used to doing everything online.
Exactly. Everything's online.
They don't think twice about it.
My phone company, I'm plugging people here, but Felix Mobile through Vodafone, I love them. But if there's a problem with my service, which there never is, I have to send a message through the app, and within a day they reply back to me. So if your phone's not working, you're stuffed. But
how can you send a message to say my phone's not working when your phone's not working?
and this is the problem. But this is the world we're living in now. The digital world is coming.
That's right.
AI is going to be part of our lives. So I think we need to control it and make it work for us. Don't let it take over.
And I think the story is job cuts. I think that no one likes to see jobs lost.
Loads of jobs are going to be lost because of AI, and people
millions
need to get
of jobs are going to be lost. The thing that people forget, and this is always the case, the people who are responsible for regulating the technology don't understand it.
No.
And by the time they realise what they need to regulate and get around to regulating it, It's moved on.
I reckon- I
What
reckon-
they're regulating is redundant.
Thank you to Chris Ilsley, of course, as always. Thank you
Thank
to Jet
you.
Merrigan. Have a Go News. Is there a new issue coming out?
Yeah, we just our 400th issue and
Congrats.
our 34th
Congrats.
year.
Family
Well,
business.
well
Well done.
done.
Thank you.
Family business going strong and continuing with the family tradition as well. Well done. Haveagonews.com.au. Thank you very much.
Thank
and
you.
Chris Moyer, thank you very much
Thanks.
for bringing these topics to us. I reckon we should do a whole topic on the new bans on social media for young people, because I think there's never going to work, because kids are going to lie about their age and no one's going to check it.
Hasn't anyone heard of a Tor browser and a VPN?
Exactly. Thank you to our team. We'll take a break. That is Bitchin' for another session right here on the couch. Back with more after this.
Connect with the couch online through Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Welcome back to the couch. With all the competition in supermarkets, it's always nice to know there's someone that's still local and doing stuff the old-fashioned way. A couple of my friends are here today from Sterling IGA, a fantastic supermarket that's been there for so many years. We've got Richard Mayo, of course, the owner, and his lovely daughter, Chanel Mayo. Welcome to the couch.
Thank you, Fred,
Thank
for having
you.
us.
Nice to have you both here, because I've been down to your store heaps of time, and I said to Richard, just bring me in some of my groceries. I didn't expect him to deliver himself. I thought Uber was going to come in. But tell me a little bit about IGA at Sterling for those people who don't know. Maybe first you, Richard.
Well, obviously, it's a family business. My father and myself run it. We've been there for 30 years. Obviously, a 7-day business. I go to the markets, I buy all the fresh local fruit and veg and make sure that we get the best quality that's available. I go to the markets obviously 6 days a week and keeps me very busy, and obviously, you know, to make sure you get the best, we've been doing it a long time, so we always do a very good job.
Now, I have to say, you are absolutely right. As a customer, and you're not paying me to say this, but your fruit looks amazing. It tastes amazing. You go to a lot of the big supermarkets, and I'm not having a go at them, but you take a mandarin, you take it home and they're horrible. You want to just throw them straight in the bin. And we're not talking big difference in prices. Sometimes you're a lot cheaper and your quality is so good. So you must have selected places you go to get your fruit and veggies, long time, people that you utilise, I guess.
Yeah, obviously, people know me in the markets. I've been there a long time as well, and obviously know my father, and they know that we want good quality and something that, tastes good as well. No point buying something that looks good, it's got to taste good as well.
How important is family to this business?
Family, it's all of, I've got my daughter on the checkout on Sunday, while my wife and Zara and Chanel.
They're working while
we're still
relaxing.
working now, yeah.
It's all good. Now, Chanel, to you, you're the oldest daughter.
Yes.
And I did say to Chanel off air, I said, will you be taking over IGA? I said, I don't know, maybe all three of us will. But what do you love about Sterling IGA and being part of it?
Oh, I love the customers that come in every Sunday and Saturday too. Love talking to them, like always asking me how I am, how's school and everything. See a lot of people I know there too.
What do you reckon special about mum and dad, especially dad? I know mum helps a lot and looks after the kids now because you've got three of you, but what's so special about your mum and dad when it comes to running the store?
Well, they always make sure that we're looked after as well.
Yep.
We always make sure we're able to go to like our after-school activities, be able to do our homework and everything.
Has it been hard, like with dad and mum running a supermarket, a huge supermarket in Sterling? Do you find that sometimes it's hard for them to give you that normal life, or have you been all right?
I feel like we've been all right. We go there every day. I always say hello to Nunu and Dad, and sometimes just hang out with them in the lunch break.
I have to say, you get to try amazing stuff. Like I've seen your things with Dad, trying out the chocolate where Dad goes, let's record this together, and he always tells us to take the biggest block. How nice is it to be able to do stuff on Instagram and on the website to promote your products to both of you?
Yeah, I love doing it. I don't mind doing it. I think every time Dad comes home, he says, try a new chocolate. I'm okay, I'll do it.
Yeah. And you work on the checkouts now. What about the other two sisters? Are they sort of getting involved as well?
I think they are. They want to be on the checkout.
Yeah.
But right now they just help Mum in the barbecue area on the bacon and eggs on Sundays.
Oh, you guys are amazing. On a weekend, you've got your breakfast, your hamburgers, I've seen sausages. Tell me about the products. This is just a selection. You're known as the one-stop Italian shop. Now, I'm going to ask you, why is that? You're going to say, because we sell a lot of Italian stuff. I get that. But what's so special about your community in the northern suburbs? Is there a lot of Europeans there?
Well, obviously, Stirling, you could say it's Little Italy. You know, you come to the shop and you hear all the nonnies and nonnos talking, ciao, come stai, you know, they're all doing the Italian thing. And you know,
it's like they know you,
yeah.
Isn't it? You're like part of the family. It's different to Coles and Woolworths because you really don't know day to day who's working there, really.
No,
and I
right.
wouldn't talk to the manager at Coles. Whereas I see you in the shop, and a lady came up to you one day, I was there, and she said, look, I'm looking for a box, blah, blah, blah. And here's Richard saying, yeah, I'll find it for you. Can you get this, that? I think there's a level of customer service that you don't see in any of the retail shops, any of the department stores. You've still got that. And is it really important to you?
It is. You know, we try to do our 100% all the time. Obviously, it is very hard. You know, we have a lot of people coming in the store all at once that obviously want to talk to me all at the same time, but it's very hard.
It's like Sushi Mango. You get them all at the same time talking to you, and you've had them you've had some VIPs. I've seen them on your Instagram.
Yeah, we have the Sushi Mango boys. Hopefully they're going to come again soon.
Fantastic. Tell me about some of the stuff that's at the moment doing really well that you guys have. I know the olive oil is really popular at the moment. You guys have always got it cheaper than Coles and Woolworths. What else have you got that's really we need to be paying attention to?
Well, obviously, you know, times are a bit tough at the moment, so we got granola pasta at a good deal, which is like $2. I didn't bring in the granola pasta.
Oh, you didn't, but you've got this one.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But that's a specialty one, you know. But we do sell a good Italian pasta at a good price.
Yep, and you sell pasta, you sell things like olive oil, you've got olives, amazing. Can I just tell people you can get the massive olives that are here, but you can get them bigger as well. You also have an amazing selection of cheese. If you love your Marsden, if you love your Swiss Jalsberg, if you like Romano cheese, if you like pecorino, and you can have it as a piece or you can buy it grated already.
Grated,
which is amazing. You sell different types of fish, stockfish, salamis.
Bacala.
I thought you were calling me. Thank you very much. That'd be stupid, by the way.
Sorry, Fred.
But no, it's okay. And you've also got an amazing deli which sells cold meats, incredible cold meats from all the different places you get them from. Chickens, roasts. Can I just say you also sell cakes, pastries from Corica?
Corica cakes, yeah.
Oh, I tell you, I could just sit at that counter all day. I'm amazed none of you are big.
I've been putting on a bit of weight.
Oh, no, you're doing all right. And is it hard to work at a supermarket and not eat all the time?
My specialty is Saturday mornings. I always go pick up the cakes. Usually my dad picks them up.
And he comes back with all cream all over. Oh, I don't know, that one got damaged.
The coracle horn, you know, they've just been filled.
Absolutely.
And they're warm, and it's just like, oh my God.
And I love the cakes that we grew up with, the ones that everyone says they're too sweet, but we eat them all the time. Hey, how do we get to Stirling IGA? Do you want to tell me where you're located, Chanel?
Sandilands Street, along the line of Sedgwick Street too.
And you've got plenty of parking there. And it's open what hours?
So Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m, Saturday 7 a.m. to 6 p.m, and Sunday 8 a.m. to 1 p.m.
And if you want to know what's happening, Instagram is the best. You can catch Richard with all his fellow workers, Maria and a few of the others there. I think I've seen Chanel there as well. Well done. Instagram on Google, or you can go to their website as well, which is available on screen at the moment. So please support them. It is Stirling IGA, the one-stop Italian shop in Stirling. If he hasn't got it, he'll get it in for you. They do everything. Please support them. Thank you for coming in today. Thank you for bringing in some Dubai chocolate. Oh, it's the low-fat version. Can't wait to try it. They are wonderful. We're going to take a break. Please support Stirling IGA. They support us and they like it because they're local, just like we are here at the couch as well. After the break, some other two local people you may know, Demelza and Alexander. We'll see you then.
Connect with the couch online through Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Well, welcome back to the couch. Always nice to have our next two presenters on set. It is Alexander Sacosta, Demelza Leonard, talking entertainment and music. Have you had a good week, guys?
Oh my gosh, so much fun, Fred.
How beautiful is this weather we're getting? The cyclones and wind and rain.
It's like the seventh circle of hell.
No deal. No deal.
Let's brighten up this wonderful studio with some entertainment news first.
Thank you, Fred. You
What
know
have you got
me.
for us?
I like to keep you up to date with what matters in this world. And what matters is that our good friend Beyonce, friend of the show, reunited with her Destiny's Child co-stars.
I saw that.
Yes.
Do you reckon
Kelly
there's
and Michelle.
much chance of Destiny's Child coming back?
No. Beyonce's a smart woman. Like, she knows just to give you just enough, like half of two songs mashed together. There they are on stage together. Her always in the middle. Yeah, she let them stand in the middle for a bit, but don't worry, Beyonce goes back to the middle. She knows exactly what she's doing, gives the fans a little something, and then it's over within 3 minutes, and she's like, all right, backstage you go.
So what was this for?
This was on her Cowboy Carter tour. She wanted to have a few little surprises at the end of it all.
And that was Destiny's Child coming back for that. Well, how much did they get paid, do you reckon, just for that performance?
You know, that level of exposure, I don't think you can really buy that because Beyonce is still this iconic artist. So, like, I'd be more than happy to be on stage with Beyonce for a few minutes.
I would love to see. I loved Destiny's Child when they were relevant, but I don't know if we need them anymore. Look, I don't think I would be a big fan saying bring them back, but if they did, it's like the Spice Girls. If they don't come back ever again, I'd be more than happy.
Really?
I think we've got different music now.
Yeah, we've become a bit more disposable now, I feel, though. Like, this era of the iconic artists like Destiny's Child, like Beyonce. Is there really going to be another Beyonce? I don't know.
I found out yesterday, and I know Demelza will love this fact, ABBA's Gimme, Gimme, Gimme a Man After Midnight has just hit the 1 billion download mark, and Dancing Queen was the second. So you know what? If a band like ABBA can still do it, what's wrong with Destiny's Child and Spice Girls and all these other bands that just can't seem to get it together?
Well, I guess you have to win Eurovision in the 60s, was it?
70? 79?
Yeah.
Was it 79?
1972.
72. Oh, 7 years off.
Yeah, I wasn't there. So anyway, speaking of Scandinavian bands, Ozzy Osbourne recently passed away.
Very sad.
Very sad. Obviously, the lead singer of Black Sabbath, kind of an iconic old school rocker, had an iconic look. The whole family were huge thanks to the Osbournes.
He did get time to say goodbye, but didn't he? He did a concert.
Well, it was quite a rapid kind of deterioration because he was online on a Kelly Osbourne story just 2 days before.
But didn't he perform? Someone was saying he performed about a week before.
Yeah.
So he got to say thank you to everybody.
A performer till the end. The fans got to see him, and a legacy left behind, iconic.
And his wife, I must admit, I saw the funeral vision, and she's shattered, and so she would be. They were in love for 57 years.
Oh my gosh! When you think of long-term romances in the music scene, like that's a long-term, and both still so working the whole time. It's not that they ever faded away. The Osbournes were just everywhere.
And I didn't realise he had kids from a previous marriage as well, and they were all fantastic on the day of the funeral.
Yeah, so very sad, but we're in that time period now where all these kind of legacy artists are unfortunately leaving us.
Very true. Well, who's having a midlife crisis?
Speaking of midlife crises, Fred, I wouldn't know what one's like, but Sacha Baron Cohen, formerly married to Perth girl,
this is
Isla
Borat,
Fisher,
isn't it?
Borat, Bruno,
Ali G.
Ali G. Well, Ali G. Look at him.
Is that an AI?
No, that's real.
Jeez.
He did the training for. He's going to be in a Marvel show. So naturally, anytime anyone gets ripped, he's playing Mephisto. So he has Ali G looking ripped, and it's that classic case of Hollywood now. It's just like every so often, it's just another one comes out. Now they're ripped. Now you're ripped. Now he's ripped. Now they're ripped.
And he's only 53.
So but to get to that level of conditioning at that age, like they all say they do it naturally. So allegedly, but yeah. Good to see.
But I think, having watched Borat and things, the clothes, remember the suit that he wore, that green?
Yes.
The mankini?
He still had a good body back then, if you think. He wasn't really out of shape.
No, but I guess it's that moving into that kind of like men's health space. Suddenly everyone's on the cover of Men's Health and GQ, and it's like reinventing themselves at that age. And like...
Brad Pitt did it
Well, the body standards, very much, unfortunately, we kept such high body standards for women for so long. And now we're doing the exact same thing to men. It's just happening later, so Oh, no, you still have to be ripped in your 50s.
Yeah, and to appear on a magazine cover as well. There's a certain standard now for male and female.
God forbid you actually aren't ripped. into your grave.
Is he doing anything else? I mean, I know the Marvel stuff you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what he's doing now at the moment. He's going to be in a series.
Be a superhero very soon.
That's where the money is, Fred. That's where Hollywood is right now. If you're going to be in a film, it's got to be a superhero film.
I hope it's a Borat character, but a superhero.
I hope it's a comedic character, personally.
so do
I think you have to add that element. He's so
That's
good.
what he does. I agree with you.
So good.
And what else is happening with Katy Perry?
Katy Perry, speaking of midlife crises, no, she's not midlife. She went on a date with hot politician, former Prime Minister of Canada.
Yes, I saw that.
Yes, Justin Trudeau. They were seen together eating lobster, the most romantic of all meals, with a full security detail around them as well, and having cocktails together. So, that Katy Perry, obviously Orlando Bloom's moved on, but, I think it's time. She's entered her politician era. Very sensible, very sensible.
What's your view on what's happening with Pamela Anderson and her co-star?
Liam Neeson?
Have you all seen what's been
I
going
think
on?
they're so sweet.
It's so cute.
They are so good
it's
together.
wholesome.
Did you see how apparently while they were recording the movie, they lived in apartments or whatever it was, and she used to go over and cook for him, and she used to make pumpkin scones and cakes.
She's such a beautiful person as well, and for everything that she's been put through, and then to have this playing out, like I really do hope it blossoms into something.
It's the Baywatch thing. The people who still want to see her as Baywatch. That wasn't character in a TV show and a movie. It was her playing a role.
Yeah, she's an actor.
Yeah, because she was CJ on Home Improvement before that.
Correct.
So.
Absolutely right. And I think for those people who say, she looks completely different, I think she looks beautiful.
Yeah, she's all about the natural look. She doesn't put makeup on.
Exactly.
Anymore.
But the press tour for that movie is so wholesome at the moment.
I like it.
It's the warm and fuzzies.
It's what we need
right now. Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Agree with you. And Alexander, anything else?
Oh no, that's everything.
That's enough
Fred.
for now.
You're updated.
And where do we go to get more information about you?
Oh, if you want to find out about me, just head online to alexandersacosta.com.
Let's talk music. Demelza, you've got lots to talk about today. Tell me about Kesha's return to Australia.
Yes. So she's back, coming to Australia. She's had a bit of a revival over the last year or so. She's done a whole heap of festivals over in the US, so she's now coming to Australia. I will not say what the name of the tour is.
Do you like Kesha? Do you like her as a musician? Do you like her style of music?
I don't mind it. It's not something.
It's not my favourite.
Like if it's at a venue and it's played, I'll hit the dance floor. Like TikTok iconic, Love Is My Drug iconic. But I haven't really been someone that I wouldn't follow her as much. So she is coming in February next year. She kicks off her tour in Brisbane and then she ends it in Perth on the 26th of Feb. Tickets go on sale this week.
Sounds good. Now Triple J's Hottest 100 is out.
Yeah, so this was really exciting and probably a really good way to showcase just how iconic Australian music is, because I think we have forgotten about it over the last few years, particularly when you see the Hot 100s for Triple J and just the ratio of Australian artists that are now being voted in or not being voted in. So this was 50 years of Australian music. It saw multi-generations actually vote in the Hottest 100.
So how do they do it, Jamel? So how do
So
they vote?
basically you go online, they gave you a catalogue of Australian songs and you chose 10 from that,
so
which was
it's the top
probably
10.
one of the hardest things I have ever done, is try and narrow that down to 10, because I think I could have easily have chosen 25.
Definitely.
And then from there, so they basically, across the weekend, here are some of the stats, 3.13 million live streams across both Triple J and Double J's digital stream. That's not accounting for who listened to it over the radio, and people were listening to it right around the world. People who had gone on holidays, there were listening parties in Berlin, there was listening parties over in Sydney. It didn't matter where you were, people were getting well and truly behind this. And on top of that, there were 50 million views across Triple J's TikTok, Instagram and YouTube, and 1.3 million reads on Hottest 100 of Australian Songs articles.
Wow. Now, you would think with something like this, it would just be purely on record sales or downloads, but it's not.
No, so the Hottest 100 has been around for decades now, and it allows listeners and the Australian public to basically say what were the hottest songs for that year. To be able to take that and look at Australian songs over the last 50 years is just iconic. And, you know, we saw that with just how many different generations were actually voting for this. Now, what do you think might have been the number one song?
Well, let me look at your list. Have you put it there?
Without having a look at my script.
I would have thought In Excess. I would have said ABBA.
I feel like you might have looked
I would have said
earlier.
ABBA, but I know you're going to disagree with
So
me.
I think we have the top three right now. So
Okay.
let's check it out. At number 3 was the Australian anthem, Untouched, the Veronicas. I thought this one would have been number 1.
Really?
Yeah. Nosebleed Section, Hilltop Hoods, came in at number 2. And, you know, you jumped the gun a little bit. At number 1, it was Never Tear Us Apart, In Excess, which for some people was a bit of a surprise. Horses was in top 30, so I thought Horses might have been up in the top 10. I thought Temper Trap, Sweet Disposition would have been higher. That came in at number 11. Gautier was in top 10. You had Cold Chisel had a back-to-back with Flame Trees and Kaysan. You had, who else? Missy Higgins was Scar, that came in at number 4. It was music, Hunters and Collectors were in there.
Who would you have picked? Who would Demelza Leonard? Who would you have picked?
Veronica's Untouched. I thought Veronica's Untouched would have come number 1.
Why?
I think given the millennials and that was such a huge voting, but I think the song is an iconic song. I thought Horses would have been much higher. I thought John Farnham, You're the Voice would have been much higher as well.
See, I would have gone for John Farnham, but because
Yeah.
of the failed referendum, I think it destroyed that song. Because a lot of radio
Right.
stations now are not playing it anymore because it associates with Labor and the failed
Right.
referendum, and
So
I think it tarred
it's
the
pulled
song.
back a
So
little
when you
bit.
hear it on the radio, you automatically think of the referendum.
Yeah.
And I
Well,
think
coming
that's
in
the
at
problem.
101 was
Yeah.
Kylie Minogue spinning around.
Oh,
so
there you
they
go.
did actually look at what the top 200 was.
Did I hear something correctly that was it Locomotion by Kylie Minogue? That won an award as well for her version.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't the original singer.
Yeah.
So I would have thought Kylie would have done all right. in that too.
Kylie had a couple of songs in there. Tina Arena was in the top 200. Like, have a look, and if you want to see what that top 100 was, Spotify has the whole playlist.
Beautiful.
So yeah,
Sounds
you can
good.
catch up.
And what's happening with John Farnham? Is he back?
Yeah, so very, very quickly, John Farnham, to mark the 40th anniversary of the Whispering Jack album, there is a musical in the works to showcase his life around this period of time. Now, his documentary, which you can see at the moment, does touch on this, but it's going into a musical version, and it means the musical is going to have songs from that album that will be a part of it. It is basically looking at 1980 to 1986, and the musical's being put together by Gaynor Wheatley, who's his manager, as well as Michael Castle as well. So look out, it's due to be released next year.
And I guess we haven't seen much from John Farnham. He hasn't been speaking much, obviously, since his operation to the throat. Hopefully he will be able to speak very soon, and we'd love to see him back in the public arena, because I think it means a lot when people are watching
You never know.
documentaries.
We might see him take this break until this comes out, being the 40th anniversary next year, and then we might see him. It'll give him a really good rest
Absolutely.
if he's well enough.
Thank you, Demelza. How do we find out more about you?
You can go to demelzaleonard.com.
That is it. Thank you to
So-
Alexander. Thank you to Demelza. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. I think you're
Yeah.
doing pop culture. Not pub culture, pop culture.
Pop culture.
I didn't get that right. We're going to end the show today with a wonderful pair of family members. It is, of course, Jake Dennis and Clive Dennis in the theatre doing one of my favourite bands, Matchbox 20. It's a medley. We'll see you next week, Australia. Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.
I think I've already lost you. I think you're already gone. I think I'm finally scared now. You think I'm weak. I think you're wrong. Well, I think you're so mean. I think we should try. I think I could need this in my life, and I think I'm scared. I think too much. I know it's wrong, it's a problem I'm feeling if you're gone. Maybe it's time to come home. There's an awful lot of breathing room, and I can hardly move. If you're gone, maybe you need to come home. Come home. There's a little bit of something in me and everything in you. And if I fall along the way, pick me up and dust me off. And if I get too tired to make it, I need my breath so I can walk. And if I need some other love thing, you give me more than I can stand. And if my smile gets old and faded, just wait around and I'll smile again. It shouldn't be so complicated. Just hold me and then just hold me again. Can you help me? I'm bent. I'm so scared that I'll never get put back together. Keep breaking me in, and this is how we will end. With you and me bent all day, staring at the ceiling, making friends with shadows on my wall. All night, hearing voices telling me that I should get some sleep, because tomorrow might be good for something. Hold on, feeling like I'm heading for a breakdown, but I don't know why. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. I know right now you can't tell. Stay a while and maybe then you'll see a different side of me. I'm not crazy, I'm just a little impaired. I know right now you can't care. Stay a while and maybe then you'll see how I used to be.
This episode of The Couch is proudly supported by Retrovision, the right advice at the best price. Safety Compliance Global, taking care of all your safety requirements. The Ray Hotel, discover the best pub experience in Fremantle. And Eco Action, inspiring positive environmental change. Thank you all for supporting local.